Prosper log. Stardate 150401. Lieutenant Commander, Love Dr. Baker recording. Today's unofficial sponsor of our show is our very good friends over at Beer and Song of the Day. Beer and Song of the Day. A great place to go get yourself your daily beer selection lesson and get a hunk of the day, babe of the day, song of the day, trivia question, instrument of the day, and even a vehicle of the day. Lots of action and lots of excitement on Beer and Song of the Day. And we absolutely love them, and they absolutely love us. So, Beer and Song of the Day. If you ain't following, you need to get on over there. With that said, we got a lot of birthday shout-outs to get to, and before we do that, let's bust out the Prosper beer consumption apparatus, the Proper one. Proper from Prosper, that's right. Today's beer of the day, boys, girls, and it's Dogfish Head Burton Baton. It's an oak-aged Imperial India Pale Ale. 10% alcohol by volume, double the strength of a normal beer. Hey, go big or go home, and after a hard day like today, go big, baby. Proper opening apparatus, proper technique, here we go. Milton, Delaware, this here stuff's from. And 45 grand right into the beer consumption apparatus, right over the keyboard, because I'm sad damn good, haven't spilled a drop yet, never have, never will.
What's up?
Hi, Princess Delilah. Look who's entered the starship. Interesting. Cheers and beers to all of you process in Germany pie, as they say in Japan. Big solid on this here beer. Our first ever cosmic dog.
Yeah.
Alright, folks, we have 15 birthday shout outs to give. That's a lot. Let's get cracking, shall we? Right off the bat, my good friend Penny, Nebraska. A wonderful mafia on the old Mafia Wars, a longtime friend, longtime member. Lots of fun, a total sweetheart. Penny, happy birthday to you. How are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you enjoy the show. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, my good friend AJ Van Sant. AJ in the house. That's right, he fixes weapons for a living. I work with him down here in Texas, otherwise known as Southern Oklahoma, pretty much the same damn state. And AJ, what's up, my brother from another mother? How are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you got done what you needed to get done. Hell yeah, that's what you do. Good job on the job site, brother. And happy birthday. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, my good friend Steve Allen. I know him through some other mutual friends, and here's a fan of my show and page. And Steve, happy birthday to you. How are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Thank you for your support. You support like a double D bra. Underwire. That support. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, yeah. Well, Steve, hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, my good friend Ariana Leandro. An absolute sweetheart of a lady. Fellow Mafia on the old Mafia Wars. And happy birthday to you, Ariana. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're enjoying the show on this wonderful April Fool's Day. And hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers to you, my dear. Next on the list, my good friend Don James. Another mafioso on the old Mafia Wars. Lots of Mafia Wars birthdays today, folks. That's right. Mafia Wars, lots of fun. How fitting, because today's edition, you're going to absolutely love. Don James, what's up, big man? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope your birthday's going wonderful. And I hope you have a wicked awesome day. Hope it's your best birthday ever. And hey, celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, my good friend Chris Babb. B-A-B. Chris Babb! Another mafioso on the old Mafia Wars. Well, how fitting, you know? You gotta wear the mafioso hat when you got this many Mafia Wars birthdays. It's the right thing to do. Chris, recent addition to the Mafia Wars crew. It's a lot of fun. Hey, we're always helping each other out. You know why? Because teamwork makes the dream work, so we get together so that we can crush the opposition. Oh, yeah. Eliminate them. That's right. Disintegrate them. Chris, happy birthday. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers the beers. Squeaming. Next on the list, my good friend Gina Ross. Longtime mafia on the old Mafia Wars. An absolute sweetheart of a lady. Ultra cool, badass, méchant génial, French for wicked awesome. You know what I'm saying, eh? That's what I'm telling you about. Hey, all Canada indeed. Why not give some love to our neighbors up north? Because, you know what? At Prosper, every so often, we like to do that. But hey, Gina, happy birthday. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers the beers. Next on the list, Kat Abbott, another longtime mafia on the old Mafia Wars. What's going on? Happy birthday to you. How are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Always appreciate the help from you on the old Mafia Wars. Yeah, we eliminate the targets. It's a lot of fun every single day. Well, Kat, happy birthday, and I hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, would you believe another mafia on the old Mafia Wars? She's a long time one too. Actually, I know her from the Farmville days. My good friend Tina Grayson, Greason. Is it Grayson or Greason? Tina, haven't heard from you in a long time. Love to hear from you. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're getting spoiled extremely well for your birthday. And hey, I hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. My apologies for the light coming in. It's brutal. All right, next on the list, my good friend, Afraa Unica Hija. Is it Hija or Hija? Hija. I think it's Hija. Afraa, happy birthday to you. Another wonderful Mafia Wars teammate. It's a lot of fun. It's a great way to get rid of some pent-up frustration, isn't it? You have a hard day at work, and you say, you know what? I'm going to ice some fools. And that's what we do. We help each other out. It's a lot of fun. And we support each other like a double D bra. Underwire. That's support. Happy birthday. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, my good friend Duke Johnson. Duke Johnson. Milestone birthday to you. Another recent addition to the Mafia Wars crew. Hey, watch out. I got more connections than Joe Pesci, folks. That's right, because I got a lot of friends, a lot of Mafia Wars friends, and we will ice you if you piss us off. Duke, happy birthday. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, a great leader of men, women, and its that I know from exotic Japan. My man Jeffrey James, a walking muscle with a head, a big bad cook guy, a great man, a mentor, a leader, an awesome guy. Jeffrey James. Jeff James. Happy birthday to you, man. How are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. And I miss the hell out of you. I miss the days of working with you. And man, oh man, I learned so much from you. Miss the hell out of you. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Next on the list, I've known this lovely sweetheart of a lady for over 30 years. My good friend Alison Barrett. An absolute sweetheart of a lady. The pride of West Tisbury, Massachusetts, on Martha's Vineyard Island. Greatest island in the world, and the greatest state in the nation, Massachusetts. Without Massachusetts, they wouldn't be in America. Period, dot, end of freaking story. Allison, happy birthday, my friend. And I miss the hell out of you, and I hope you're doing well, and I hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Hey, cheers and beers. Next on the list, my man Izaia Escobar. That's right, a comical nav wizard walking brain of a man that I worked with down here in Yeehaw, Texas, otherwise known as West Louisiana. He lived in California, the land of fruits and nuts, otherwise known as Southern Oregon. Izaia, I miss the hell out of you, brother. What's going on, my man? How are you? How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Miss working with an absolute badass mamma jamma legend of a man like you. No doubt about that. Well, Izaia, happy birthday. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate well and enjoy. Cheers and beers. Birthday number 15 is a very dear friend of mine I've known for well over 30 years. He's a fine arts and graduate of Martha's Vineyard Beach High School class of 1992 with my brother. He has his own business. And our friends over at Beer and Song of the Day actually recorded a show on February 11th, 2013. Where at? Wharf Restaurant and Pub, Edgartown, Massachusetts. Will Coogan, owner proprietor of the Wharf Restaurant and Pub. Folks, if you've never been to this place and you go to Martha's Vineyard Island, you better stop over here. Great atmosphere, great friendly staff, great adult beverages, great food, great times. It's absolutely phenomenal. Squeeze me. Will Coogan, brother, I miss the hell out of you. And happy birthday. Hope you have a wicked awesome day. Celebrate while and enjoy. Cheers and beers. And with that said, that's it for all the birthday shout-outs. Now let's get on with this week in Trek history. Today, April 1st, but back in 1930, a legend was born. Grace Lee Whitney. Remember her? Yeoman Janice Rand from the original series Star Trek? That's right. She was also in Star Trek, the motion picture, Star Trek 4, Star Trek 6, and the Star Trek Voyager episode Flashback. She's 85, man alive. If that ain't wicked awesome, I don't know what is. How about Naren Shankar? Naren Shankar, 51 years old today, born this day, 1965. From Star Trek Next Generation writer, story editor, and science consultant who had a planet in Star Trek history named after him. How cool is that? Narendra 3. That was home to a Klingon galaxy destroyed by the Romulans. And now you know. April 4th, we got a birthday coming up. Milestone birthday. Casey Biggs is going to be 60 years old. Leggett Damar of Deep Space Nine, the man who turned Cardassia against the Dominion during the Dominion War, leading to the ultimate victory over the Dominion and Breen Confederacy by the alliance formed by the United Federation of Planets, the Klingon Empire, and the Romulan Star Empire. That's awesome. April 4th, actor Anthony Caruso was born. Played the role of Bella Oxmix in the original series episode, A Piece of the Action. Passed away. This wasn't a birthday. This was an obituary, if you will. 12 years ago on April 4th, 2003, Anthony Caruso passed away from natural causes just 3 days short of his 87th birthday. So he was born April 7th, 1926. Which, ironically, Hugh Hefner, I think, was born April... I have to look that one up. I know Hugh Hefner was born in 1926. And I know he was born in April. So, yeah, I think maybe April 9th. Yeah, they're pretty close apart, you know. Just saying. Same with legendary King of the Bees, Roger Corman. Roger Corman was born April 5th, 1926. So, actor Anthony Caruso definitely linked in with some serious history. April 5th, 2014, just last year this happened. As of this date, well, as of the date last year, Star Trek Next Generation has never been aired in any way, shape, or form in the Netherlands. That's an absolute crime right there. You know, weed is legal in the Netherlands, but they haven't aired Star Trek The Next Generation? Oh, I'm sorry, but you know what? The Netherlands, I normally love you, but that deserves a big fat GFY. Because that's a crime to not air The Next Generation, which is one of the greatest, that's my wife's personal favorite version of Star Trek, Next Generation. Wow, that's insane. All right, here we go. Check this out. April 4th, 2063, a Borg sphere emerges in orbit over Earth in an attempt to destroy the launching grounds of the Phoenix. The ship Zephyr Cochrane used to test humanity's first functional warp drive. Stardate 2063. Now you know. April 5th, 2036. The voyage of the Phoenix was a success again. The alien ship detected the warp signature and made its rendezvous with history, resulting in first contact between Earth and Vulcan, making April 5th forever known as First Contact Day in the Star Trek universe. That's awesome. All right, so let's get into the database. A piece of the action. Doesn't that sound nice? A piece of the action. A great episode indeed from the original series. I love this episode. I know you will too. If you haven't watched it before, you got to make it happen. Because see, returning to a planet last visited by an Earthship 100 years ago, the Enterprise finds a planet that has based its culture on the gangsters of Earth's 1920s. Now see, me being from Massachusetts, I'm all about the mafia. I know it's all about, okay? I drink. Hey, organized crime, sure, it was illegal, but you know what? They took care of each other. As long as you didn't cross them, you were in there like a thong and a fat chick. Alright. Anyway, behind the scenes, folks. Let's talk about some stuff behind the scenes for that episode. Gene Roddenberry jotted down the idea for this episode. A one-sentence synopsis titled President Capone on the very first page of his very first Star Trek series proposal in 1964. That's right. The same year as The Cage, the original prequel, if you will. The original the pilot episode, The Cage. That year, I should say. Anyway, moving on. Early in the first season, George Clayton Johnson, I know that name from The Twilight Zone, one of my all-time favorites, he wrote an outline based on this premise called The Syndicate. Roddenberry liked it and hired Johnson to develop it further. Johnson wrote a treatment entitled Chicago 2, or II. It ain't 11, it's II. Chicago 2, as they say in French. However, as he got occupied with developing and writing The Man Trap, that sounds interesting, this concept was forgotten. During the second season, then producer Gene L. Kuhn discovered the treatment and decided to use it. Good deal. As he felt that after the success of The Trouble with Tribbles, the series needed more comedy-themed episodes. Folks, I love me some comedy. It's a lot of fun to make the world laugh. And Star Trek has certainly done that over the years. Oh, yes. All right. David P. Harmon in Kuhn's first draft script entitled Mission into Chaos featured the Romulans trying to exploit the borderline planet Dana Iosha 2, which the Federation wants to industrialize. Much to the crew's surprise, the planet is ruled by gangster bosses. Oh, yeah. Based on the book Chicago Mobs of the 20s. Hey, Al Capone was involved, you know. Captain Kirk has to negotiate with Bella Oxmix and the other crime bosses, outsmarting the two Romulan agents, Rorik and Ramo, who try to lure Bella with sending him weapons and troops. At the end, the Lotians agreed to make a treaty and send an ambassador to the Federation. But since every boss had a vote, they all naturally voted for themselves. Imagine that. And hence, they are all beamed aboard the Enterprise to be escorted to the diplomatic talks. Yeah. Let's drink. Now, here's something ironic, folks. No stardate is actually logged in the episode. A stardate of 4598, dyslexic. 4598.0 appeared in Show Trimble's Star Trek Concordance, Concordance. Concordance. There you go. Hey, 3 times the charm, right? Apparently using an earlier script version, and the photo novel provides a closing star date 4598.7. And now you know. The scene where Kirk puts his feet up on Krako's table, that's Krako, Krako, if you didn't know that. Yep, that's how I feel. Krako's table and declares that now the Federation is taking over the ball of wax is reminiscent of a similar scene in Merwin LeRoy's classic gangster film, Little Caesar. Little Caesar, pan. Sorry, I had to do that. This is the only episode of Star Trek the Original Series, folks, to end in a freeze frame. How weird. We're talking 1966 to 69 freeze frame. Hey, you know, modern day technology back in those days. Star Trek Encyclopedia refers to the Horizon as the Daedalus class USN Horizon, which was later seen as a model in Star Trek Deep Space Nine. This is the only episode that Kirk calls McCoy by his full nicknames. Sawbones. Sawbones. It's a cool nickname. I dig it. This is also the only episode in which the ship's phasers are set to stun. In the Ultimate Computer, Kirk has them set at 1/100th power. Yeah, 1/100th. That's pretty small. The plot for the Star Trek 25th anniversary Nintendo game, remember that old Nintendo? I do. Has the Enterprise thrown outside of known space, entering the Sigma Iosha system. Losha? Not lotion. Ugh. Emotion lotion. When they finally get back, they find McCoy leaving his communicator behind. They find McCoy leaving his communicator behind was irresponsible, and they have to retrieve it from the gangsters. In an homage to this episode, a hardbound copy of a book belonging with the title Chicago Gangs can be briefly glimpsed on a bookshelf in Travis Mayweather's quarters on board the ECS Horizon in the Starship Enterprise episode Horizon. See how everything kind of ties together? I think that's ultra cool, badass, and wicked awesome. This is the first episode in which a site-to-site transport is performed. Interesting. Although due to the events of Star Trek IV: The Voyage Home, love that movie, it is not the first time from a historical perspective. And now you know. George Takei, we love him, Mr. Sulu, of course. He does not appear in this episode. Depressing. I guess you can't have everything good, right? Just saying. This episode contains Walter Koenig's smallest speaking part in the original series, with only one line of dialogue. Approaching Sigma Iosha 2, Captain. Imagine that. That's all he had. So him and George Takei, neglected and nearly neglected. Hey, maybe that's why the original series isn't always the most popular series. Just saying. I don't know. I love the original series, though. I do. Because without them, we wouldn't have what we have today. Thank you, original series. William Blackbird's character Hadley is given his name in this episode. It is also the only episode in which Hadley is referred to by name. The street seen throughout this episode is on the Paramount lot and can be seen in many television series. The steps leading up to Oxmix's headquarters were used in the Judd Hirsch series, Dear John. I remember that show. Jeez. The car that Kirk drove to put the bag on Krakow had a V12 engine, as a V12 emblem is seen on the radiator. It was a Cadillac, probably a 1931 model. Oh, baby. They don't make them like they used to. Now, note the winged radiator cap, which Cadillacs of that vintage era had. It is a nod to Chicago crime boss Al Scarface Capone. Imagine that. Who had a 1928 V12 Cadillac. Incidentally, this represents the only time that a member of the crew ever operated any kind of land vehicle during the course of the original series. That's something I did not know, folks. You learn something new every day, otherwise it's a day wasted. I'm going to have to watch every original series episode just to double check that. Wow. Bantam Books published a series of novelizations called Star Trek Photo Novels, which took the photographic stills from actual episodes and arranged word balloons and text over them to create a comic book formatted story. The 8th installment was an adaptation of this episode, which contained a foreword written by Anthony Caruso in the character of Bella Oxmix. He mentions that he was elected president of the planet in a landslide, and that he made Jojo Krakow his vice president. The arrangement worked out. The arrangement worked out well, he said, as he hadn't heard from Krakow since. Hey, no news is good news, I guess. Before it was decided they would focus on the events of The Trouble with Tribbles, the Deep Space Nine writing staff toyed with the idea of the Deep Space Nine crew visiting Sigma Iosha 2 and finding that they had all imitated the Enterprise crew and wore the original series style uniforms. This was to be both a comedy and a social commentary on the Trekkie phenomenon. However, it was agreed that revisiting the famous The Trouble with Tribbles would be more memorable. The original idea was followed up in the final issue of the Star Trek Unlimited comic book series, A Piece of Reaction, instead of A Piece of the Action. Instead. And according to the production report for the Star Trek Enterprise episode, The Communicator, that episode explored a premise hinted at in this episode when Dr. McCoy confessed to leaving behind his communicator on Sigma Iosha 2. The communicator picked up on this idea with a far more serious tone after Lieutenant Reed loses his communicator on a pre-warp planet, but he and Archer go back to retrieve it. However, things do not go well. Well, that's shitty. But you know what, folks? There's your episode in a nutshell. That is an epic episode. If you haven't seen it, the Love Doctor, Lieutenant Commander Love Dr. Baker, highly recommends it. In the meantime, let's drink. Let's slam it home. Yup. Empty as a brain cells, I'm an average Sequest fan. No question about that. Folks, you know what time it is, right? Damn right, Reverend Dr. B. Lieutenant Commander Love Dr. Baker. Folks, it's time to make a fetus a head up. So, everybody take care. Have a wicked awesome night and day. Peace be the journey. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't drink and drive. Might spray your drink, or you might kill yourself or somebody else. And drinking and driving is dumber than being a Yanks fan. What's dumber than that is rooting for puke fest and goober schnitzels like Eli. I'm as good as Tom Brady. Dude, you and your whole family don't have as many rings as Tom Brady does. So whoop your ass out of here, jackass! Man or men slapping women. Excuse me. Or animal abuse, or racism, or people who watch on pets, or fake friends, or anybody that supports the fans or is a member of the Westboro Baptist Church, or ISIS. Things like that are just plain stupid. And definitely deserve a big, fat GFY. Folks, I'm out of here. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Talk to you later. Bye-bye. Bye. Bye. And remember, my friends, live long and prosper. Time to eat some chilaquiles for dinner. Yummy.